Good YouTubing, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this review. What we're going to talk about is Marvel Legends series Silver Surfer by Hasbro. Pricing will start at $24.99 plus shipping at Entertainment Earth and Bigbadtoystore $25.99 plus shipping, and it could vary at different places. But guys, let me know something in the comments. Out of the scale of 1 through 10, what would you rate Silver Surfer as? Out of 1 through 10, let me know in the comments. But guys, let's go ahead and roll them off the stand and let's get started.
Okay, for the packaging, this is that Marvel Legends series big window style bubble with the Silver Surfer on the front of the packaging. You can see Hasbro there as well. Looking at the figure and all the accessories inside the bubble, you can see behind there is the Silver Surfer board, right? That's pretty cool. And you do have stuff on the side panels of the box. Artwork there on both sides of the panels. And the box itself is just very plain Marvel's Legends series box, right? We've seen this many times before. And if you flip it on the back side, you're gonna have the figure itself in a pose with the surfboard and some effects, right? Okay, so that'll do it for the packaging. Okay, so let's give them a measure. We'll start on the centimeter side. On the centimeter side, he is right at 16 centimeters. And on the inches side, he'll be right at 6.5 inches. That's where he's at, and that's where he's standing. Okay, so let's go ahead and scale him up. We'll just do one figure. We'll go with Juggernaut. Just a good size there. Okay, you see the comparison? Looks pretty good. It looks spot on to me, I think. You've seen how Silver Surfer and Juggernaut's really huge. But for the 6-inch scale figure comparison, it looks pretty decent. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories. You'll be getting the Silver Surfboard. You'll have 2 effects, and you'll also have 4 pair of hands. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Silver Surfer board, right? Let's look at that. Okay, if I can get it. Okay, so the board itself, it's pretty basic at the bottom. I don't think you'll be seeing this anyway. I mean, production work is showing. It's just a ring around it, very plain. But this is the side that you're supposed to be looking at anyway, and it looks pretty decent. I mean, you have the grooves here, and then you got your peg system there for the foot, so we can slide and stand on the surfer board, right? Plus, this can be a little bit shinier. You can probably add your wash to it, or whatever you need to make this pop out a little more. But the board itself looks good, just very basic, but it'll do, right? Okay, so let's take a look at another accessory. Let's go ahead and take a look at the effects. Now, I don't want to waste your time on both of them because we're getting 2, because we've seen this before. Most of us have. If you haven't, it's been around for a long time, and here we are. You're seeing this in multiple colors from other multiple figures, right? And we can probably name a few, but let's go ahead with this. Okay, so you're seeing this effect with kind of a bubbly effect, right? There you go. Got some bubbles there, bubbles here, circles there, right? Put some lighting to it, and it will look good with some light to it, right? This is very basic, and it's been around for quite some time, right? And that'll do it for that accessory. So let's take a look at the hands. The hands that I want to look at first are the flat hands. I'm not impressed with them. You're going to look at these flat hands, and I'll show you both of them because they look really bad. Okay, so you have your palm hands, right? Flat palm. There you go. Okay, so the top of it, you looking at this very closely, that looks terrible. It looks like metal is melting and corroding away on Silver Surfer. That doesn't look good. That is a terrible job, and you can see it. It's too much of blending in and melting in. Look at the thumb. It just doesn't look good, right? You have your lat system there and your peg system to go in. But the fingers and hands and thumbs and everything, that just doesn't look good at all. It looks very bad, very rushed, very terrible, right? Okay, so let's take a glance at the other one. See much difference? I don't think there's a difference. I think it's just the same and just as bad. Okay, there you go. Yep, just the same and just as bad. You can see that. It just looks like it's melting away. You see the thumb, it's okay, but look at the palm. You see a little bit of finger grooves here, but it looks like he's just holding a bunch of metal and it's melting away at his hand. And even his lat system and his peg system is about to melt. But there you go. That'll do it for the flat hands. Let's go for the open hands. I do like the open hands. They're a lot better than the other ones. I mean, these actually have detail on them. You can see that there. The detail's okay with the silver, right? You can get thumb effects. Your palms look good. Now globbed up plastic melting away. You got your lat system there, and you also have your peg there, right? So it does look good for a basic hand. Not bad at all, okay? And let's take a look at the other one. Just because we looked at the other two and see the difference between these. I think it's not a difference. I think it's the same. There you go. They both look pretty decent. Not too bad, right? There you go. Peg system, latch. Okay, there you have it. And that'll do it for the accessories. Okay, so let's check out the appearance of the figure. Looking at the figure itself, holding it in hand, feels great. I mean, it's not heavy, not too light. But if you look at it, we're looking at one solid color. So let's look at the one solid color we see is silver all around the entire body. But let's look at what they did before they put this nice silver touch on, okay? So we'll start with the head. The head has a nice smooth finish. As you can see the metallic there, of course, with the rest of the body. But take a look at the eyes there. If you look at the eyes, you can see that they have the dark around them and the white in the middle, right? Nice facial features. We are getting that shine. I'm liking that for silver. That's nice. And then looking at the mouth, you're getting the same thing with the dark stuff in the mouth. Kind of closed, kind of open. The bridge of the nose is sculpted very well. Chin. And like I said, the bad cut there, you could do away with that if you can. Let's look at the neck. The neck has nice muscle structures that go over to the back. You do have a peg system there for air poses. And also you're looking at the muscles here, right? Of course, it's separated from the joints here for articulation, but it still looks fairly good. You see the muscles in there. That's still great. Top of the chest, all the inner workings here, the abs, all that looks great. And you go to the lower part here that looks good as well. On his back and arms, all sculpted very well. You do have that bulky look. No veins, but you see the bulkiness of the muscles, right? So that looks pretty decent. So looking at the legs, they look really good with the muscles protruding out. Also, if you look at the back of the figure, you're going to see that you have the diaper plus the back of the legs with the hinges, right? And also you can see that the boots are at the calves, and they also come all the way down with a smooth finish to the feet. Now for the feet, what gets me about the feet is they don't look like they look like house shoes, which I think they should deviate from that, because if you look at them, they don't look like fighting shoes or galactic shoes. They look like something you wear around the house, don't they? That's what they look like, but they look good, okay? And nothing on the bottom, just where they were made. You do have peg systems for standing on the hoverboard, right? Okay. And let's look at the fist, because we didn't see the fist before when we were doing the seeing the what do you call it? We were looking at the can't even think of it. Looking at the accessories, right? So there goes your fist. Nothing different from the hands, but I'm gonna tell you what, they do look a little better. You still have globs of plastic around the hands, just like melted plastic. I'm not liking that at all. And there goes your other fist there. It looks okay. And then it looks like he's holding a glob of plastic and it's hot and it's melting in his hand. Okay, before the appearance, not bad at all. Okay, so let's step into it. That POA, the points of articulation. All right, we'll start with the head. Okay, so the head is on a ball and sockets. So we know that actually it's not on the ball and socket. It's on the latch and ball and socket. So you got the ball and socket, and it's on a latch system as well. Okay, so you got that ball and socket and latch, right? So you're gonna have great movements on that. Usually when a latch and ball and socket, it makes the head hard to tilt, but this is actually doing the ugly job, but it's working, right? There goes your down and your ups, of course, because the latches are great. But mostly for a flying guy, they use that, right? Okay, so looking at the figure on the arms, so you're looking at, I say you have the extra movements here that's curved the holes to give you more play, and you're gonna have your latches here, and they also rotate, right? Nicely done. And then you're gonna have your bicep swivel as well. That's gonna be there. And then you're gonna have your double jointed arms, right? Double jointed arms. Interchangeable hands causes the hands to rotate, and they have their own latches as well, right? got that. Looking good. Okay, so let's go to the middle of the figure. You're gonna have a lot of play here. Right there. All right, it goes up and down. You'll have some turning around in the lower waist by the diaper, right? And you will have your thigh swivels here. Nicely done. That's on both sides. Plus they're on dumbbell joints there, right? And then your top of the calf also rotates, which is the top of the boot. And you will have the smooth finish that comes down with the feet on rockers, lat systems, and no pivot in the toe, right? And that's the same on both sides of the figure. So the figure looks really great. Articulation is not that bad. Okay, guys. Okay, for the pros and cons, there's not many cons at all. I mean, it could have a little more weapons that's with silver, you know, something else besides those yellow bubbly things. That's probably my con. We'll go with the pros next. I do like the Silver Surfer board, surfboard. I like that. The hands are okay. We do like that we have the effects as well, just to have something extra, but the articulation is not bad at all. I love the color scheme with that bright silver. That's him. And I do like the facial structures and the muscle structures too. So for me, I'm gonna go ahead and give this figure a 3 out of 5 stars. Guys, let me know what your stars are.
And you guessed it, you could get it at entertainmentearth.com. Just check out entertainmentearth.com. So what are you waiting for? Check them out. And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational or you just simply enjoy watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.